COVID-19. This is how long the pandemic will last. Despite the rollout of COVID-19 vaccines worldwide, cases remain high in different territories. It appears the pandemic will persist, according to a model. It calculated that if the vaccination rate stayed the same, the pandemic may last longer and the dream of back to normal will be further from reach. Bloomberg made the biggest database of COVID-19 vaccine shots around the world. The database estimated more than 119 million doses administered to various parts of the globe. While the number is huge, it is tiny to what science wants to see: 70% to 80% of the world's population, or 5.46 billion people. It represents the threshold of herd immunity against COVID-19. If reached, the pandemic will likely end and things can return to normal. Unfortunately, only some countries are making significant progress in vaccination. The top achiever is Israel, coming very close to the 75% coverage of the two-dose regimen in 2 months. The US, meanwhile, can reach the same milestone around 2022. But the US has a larger land area and more people than Israel. Here's what the model showed for the US. The average vaccination rate is 1,339,525 doses per day. The country has at least 331 million people in 2020, and it can take up to 11 months to vaccinate 75% of that with a two-dose regimen. By then, the country had entered the threshold for herd immunity. However, it can go beyond 11 months due to real-world conditions, such as seasonal effects, weather phenomena, and natural disasters. Although vaccine production will increase this year, the equal distribution of vaccines, regardless of socioeconomic factors, is problematic. Richer countries are getting more doses and poorer nations are left with tiny amounts. And if this disparity isn't fixed, herd immunity may be the prize. The main idea of reaching the herd immunity threshold is the collective defense against COVID-19. At least 70% of the population of every nation has to be vaccinated to sustain that threshold. Otherwise, outbreaks will happen and new variants may emerge. The latter is a bigger headache because mutations may allow the coronavirus to resist vaccines. There is another factor that can hinder the goal: children under 18. No vaccines have been approved for minors, and they need protection too. Bloomberg clarified that natural immunity wasn't included in the model. Hard-hit areas may have higher natural defense that needs little assistance from vaccines. Yet no one is sure how long natural defense can last. The Bloomberg model suggested that the pandemic will extend up to 7 years using currently available data.